17, but and almost, but she's pretty good. Term is 5 years.
Are we ready? Good morning, everyone. We're going to start a couple minutes early. There's doesn't appear to be anyone from in the audience from the applicants. So I'd like to welcome everyone that's here to our July 15th, 2013 Assessment Appeals Board meeting for Tulare County. Sitting on the board today is myself, George Azunian, Chairman, and Lance Morris and William McKinley, and Glenn Fowler is our alternate number 1 today. And moving on to agenda item number 1, board members, if there's any comment from the board. Hearing none. Staff?
Want to be official? So we're very sad that Lisa has accepted another job and is leaving us, and Kiera will be helping us out for a while.
We wish you well. And assessor, comments? No comments. Moving on to agenda item number 2, Mr. Hill is with us today for an announcement as to what our tax rolls are. So it's all yours.
Good morning. Thank
you,
Mr. Chairman. Good morning. Board members and staff, everybody, good morning. Welcome to our annual 1604 required meeting. I'm not going to take up too much of your time. I understand time is of the essence this morning because the Board of Supervisors is going to meet in here at 10. So I'll try not to take up a lot of the time. In fact, I won't, I know, because I just have a few items to go over. To let you know that we have officially delivered the 2013-14 tax roll, the preliminary tax roll. I can't believe that it's already been a year since I was standing here last year. I mean, it just goes by too quickly. But we have delivered the tax roll. The document that I handed out, that's our annual report that we put out. Top page is the affidavit that the assessor files each year, indicating that to the best of our work and that it's the complete roll. And you'll see that the tax roll this year, in case you have problems with insomnia, that's about the only reason for this report, other than it has a lot of information. If you wish to go through those small numbers and undefined lines, it's kind of a tough. We're going to improve this report one of these days. But so this year we have a tax roll that's a little over $27 billion. It's $27,415 million as a net total. Indicates an increase over last year of about $800 million. That is reflective of the indication that we find that the market has improved. We've seen some improvements in the real estate market, in valuations. It reflects an improved ag economy. Our ag preserve roll did increase as well, and so those combined into a net tax increase of just shy of 3%, 2.987%. So good news for the county in that it brings in a little more general fund revenue. When we talk about, the Prop 8 and not the Prop 8 that we're dealing with on a statewide level right now with same-sex marriages, this is a Prop 8 that goes back to 1978. When we deal with our Prop 8 program, that's where we saw a fairly large increase because we did, let me get to my Prop 8 numbers here. We reviewed a little over 71,000 properties again, more than a little over, 71,767 properties were reviewed by the Prop 8 program. Properties that had a reduction were 46,769, the average reduction 56,775. The key indicator is the number of properties reverting to their Prop 13 values is now increased up to 2,529 properties. So we're seeing this gradual kind of a claw back from the what's been termed as the depression. The year-on-year net change, though, the key on the Prop 8 program is that we did see about a $500 million increase in that program, and so that was a significant player in the tax roll, going up about 3%. Of keynote, probably for this board, for Lisa and her replacement, we sent out 79,372 value notice cards. Of that, over 47,000 were blue cards, and a significant number of those now, even though the blue card indicates that they're getting a Prop 8 reduction, the values are greater. They're increased over the previous year, and so that may generate a higher incident of people not feeling that that's proper for them and feeling that they wish to file for an assessment appeals. Lisa, has there been any indication at this point? It seemed like I heard that on July 1st there was even a lot of people calling or something. Have there been more?
We don't have a lot of filings yet, but we have had a lot of people call in, and I have the same opinion. I think with those little raises on the blue cards, we're going to see more appeals.
Yeah, not necessarily good news for everybody here, but it's. I think there'll be more AAB activity. Brief comment about some staffing issues. Our real property division has undergone some significant staffing changes. We have seven vacancies now in our real property division, and that's close to 1/3 of the total division. Just in 2013, we've had a number of retirees, senior appraisers retire, some people leaving and transferring into other positions. And so just want to let you know that you may be seeing some training going on, some different people. We will continue to do our very best at providing, assessment appeals work, and I'm sure that will happen. But just bear in mind that you may be seeing some new people come through. Is that right, Tim and Christy?
That is correct.
Yeah. So bear with us. These changes weren't completely unexpected, but they're never really. They're certainly never look forward to when you lose so much seniority and experience. Just want to continue to give our appreciation to the Assessment Appeals Board for your work in helping and in striving for what we are all striving for, which is a fair and equitable assessment on people's property. So I want to thank you for that. And that's, unless you have questions, I'll be happy to entertain. That's all I have this morning.
Any questions from the board members? I have a couple, but just letting everyone else go first.
Go ahead.
How do we stack up as far as increase in the roll relative to the other counties like Kern County, Fresno?
We've seen a lesser increase in a percentage. I don't know all of the numbers yet. Some counties had a 30-day extension, and so they haven't even posted theirs. We're going to be at 3%. Where I think Kern is different because of that oil revenue. Kern's a different game down there. But we know that Fresno had a little over 5%. It's comparable, but we are still a little less.
And would you say that overall that what's contributing to it is the ag market or the commercial market, or residential seems like it's probably still lagging?
Well, there is, but we've seen a significant improvement in the lower end, the lower echelon values, and that's where we have the Prop 8 increase, adding from previous year adding close to $500 million to the tax roll just on the Prop 8 increase, and that's just on single family residential. Mm-hmm. But we do know we have a very strong ag market, and depending on what the ag preserve rate does, that's a significant driver in the values, which is provided each year by the state of California. But we did see a significant increase in the ag preserve, the restricted values, and so that also helped with the roll increase.
Yeah, kind of related to that question, I was just looking briefly. I saw the homeowner's exemption amount went down, which I kind of thought it would have went the other way. So
It's
what do you
interesting.
attribute that to? It's kind of strange.
You know, Lance, I wonder that as well. We, on any change in ownership that it's for a single-family residence, we mail out a homeowner's exemption form. So the form is sent out. It's not always returned. We don't know why. We don't have the resources to remail. Our mailing budget gets reduced. It seems like each year, but one of the keys is that I think is that a lot of these homes are acquired by an entity that doesn't qualify. Foreclosures, transfers to investors, and so a lot of the homes that have transferred in the last year do not qualify because they're probably rentals.
I deal with that form quite a bit with clients will bring it. I got this form. Actually, they usually bring the other one that says, I can save all this money by paying this company this fee. I said, no, you don't need to do that.
That's right.
It's free. You can
we
do it.
We regret when those go out. Those are, we call them the bottom feeders. You know, they try to,
they're very popular, though. I get a lot of those with my clients,
it.
You know.
And we try to counteract it with a public service announcement and things, but it's, you know,
Interesting.
Okay. Any other questions? Well, Mr. Hill, thank you very much for your
thank
update.
you very much.
Where did this tradition come that you are obligated to come to us?
Well, it's a Revenue and Taxation Code 1604 requirement. And I was just explaining to Steve Wise, it goes way back because prior to the establishment of an assessment appeals board, the Board of Supervisors met in your place, and they met as a Board of Equalization, a county Board of Equalization. And each year it was required to equalize the tax roll, and that was done, it was set by code on the third Monday of July, which is basically the first meeting after the delivery of the tax roll, July 1st. Yeah.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank
Very
you.
informative. And we'll move on to the rest of our agenda. And it appears that today we've got a bunch of procedural things. Agenda item number 3 has been withdrawn. Agenda item number 4 and 5 are stipulations, and we might as well go ahead and do those now. The rest of them are either postponed or withdrawn, or the acceptance of the withdrawal calendar. So in saying that, is the assessor ready to read the stipulation in for agenda item number 4, U.S. Bank Equipment?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, this stipulation, just to give you a little background, was an audit. An audit was conducted for the 2011 through 2010 lien dates, wherein the auditor added sales tax to the sampling of invoices, then applied a variance adjustment to the remainder of the assets. During the appeals process, the applicant provided invoices and other documentation to substantiate that sales tax had already been included as part of the reported cost for the majority of the assessments. Therefore, the variance adjustment has been removed and the addition of sales tax to assessments that already were included. Sales tax has also been removed. The assessee is U.S. Bancorp Equipment Finance, Inc. The application number 2011-00083, assessment number 810-003-284-000. Personal property has been reduced to $109,438. Application number 2011-00084, assessment number 810-003-284-000. Personal property has been reduced to $32,730. Application number 2011-00085, assessment number 810-003-284-000. Personal property has been reduced to 0. Application number 2010-00086, Assessment number 810-003-284-000. Personal property has been reduced to 0. Those amounts were only on audit escapes that were under that assessment number. So
I just realized there's a typo, that last one should also be 2011, according to the rest of the information. It was a 2010 audit, but it should be
We accept it as a
2011
typo, or do we have-
00086. Yeah, we can treat it as clerical error.
Okay.
I don't think that anybody will mind
Should I
if you change
reread
it to...
that number?
No, we're fine in terms of reading it, but we'll just correct it on the originals.
Okay.
So we have a stipulation read in by the assessor. Any questions by the board? Do I hear a motion to accept the assessor's stipulation?
I move that on application numbers 0211-00083 through 2011-00086, that we accept the stipulation as presented by the assessor.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. So agenda item number 4 has now been completed as a stipulation. Moving on to agenda item number 5, Hobby Lobby Stores, Inc. Does the assessor have a stipulation on that?
Yes.
Okay.
For Hobby Lobby, the company had reported leasehold improvements that included some real property repairs and maintenance items such as painting, demolition, asbestos abatement, and HVAC systems that did not add value to the structure, along with a fire suppression system which is exempt from property taxation. Removing the incorrectly reported amounts created a reduction of $450,296 for the 2011 lien date and $445,559 for the 2012 lien date. The assessee is Hobby Lobby Stores, Inc. The application number 2011-00191. Assessment number 800-252-619-000. Fixed improvements, $489,544. Personal property, $453,490, with a net taxable value of $943,034. Then application number 2012-00149. Assessment number 800-252-619-000. Fixed improvements are at $556,741. Personal property at $374,160, with a net taxable value of $930,901.
Okay, we have a stipulation read in by the assessor. Any questions by the board? Then do I hear a motion to accept the stipulation read in by the assessor?
Application number 2011-091, APN 800-252-619. I move that we accept the stipulation as presented by the assessor.
Have a second?
Second.
I have a slight correction. It didn't make it onto the docket, but there was a second application on the STIP. So do you get a copy of the STIP document?
That's on
That
there.
was handed out this morning. Should be labeled number 5 up in the right-hand corner.
Okay, I want to add to my motion that says that application number 2012-00149 with the same assessment number included in the motion to accept the stipulation as presented by the assessor.
Okay, do we have a second?
Second.
Okay, we have a modification in the motion, that we have a motion and a second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. So agenda item number 5 is now complete. Okay, I understand that agenda item number 6 has been postponed. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay. And what is the status of agenda item number 7 is a withdrawal? Can you give us a little bit of background on that?
We received the withdrawal late last week, and we're able to settle with Mr. Hatfield. So,
And the 8, agenda item number 8?
agenda item number 8, we've been in contact with the applicant and have sent a request to withdraw. We recommended no change on it. We've yet to receive any type of communication back from the appellant. So,
And they've been notified? They've been notified? Yeah, okay. All right, so we're going to treat agenda item number 8 as a withdrawal.
Oh, it says a failure to appear.
Failure to appear?
Yeah. That, as the board will remember, if we do failure to appear, then if there's some good reason that they didn't show up, they have the opportunity to petition your board to change that.
Okay,
If you do it as a withdrawal, then they're stuck.
all right.
That wouldn't be fair to them.
Then, agenda item number 3 and agenda item number 8 are withdrawals.
7.
Withdrawals, 7, yes, okay. And we can go ahead and take those, I guess, now,
And the
along with the withdrawal calendar. Do I hear a motion to accept agenda item number 3 and agenda item number 7 to be added to the withdrawal calendar, and a motion to accept the withdrawal calendar?
I move that we accept item number 3 and 7 and the withdrawal calendar to be accepted as withdrawn as indicated on the agenda.
You have a second?
Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed, motion carries. That leaves us with just agenda item number 8 before we get to our closed session. And basically, any idea then why we have a failure to appear on agenda item number 8? I think I asked you that before, but
just to clarify, Mr. Chairman, I believe it's an unsubstantiated claim for reduction. So, in reviewing the comparable sales available, we responded to the taxpayer, letting her know there would be no change based on the evidence at hand, and I believe that probably led to today's absence.
okay. Do I hear a motion to accept agenda item number 8 as a failure to appear?
I move that application number 2011-00456, APN number 320-193-043-000, be denied for non-appearance.
Have a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Now, that takes care of our calendar for today very swiftly. I went through all of them. And the only item left is in closed session. Any other comment by the assessor?
None.
Moving right along today. Staff? Okay, hearing no additional discussion or items on the agenda, the Assessment Appeals Board for July 15th, 2013 is now adjourned. Thank you.
Like filling in on a tough day.
The Assessment Appeals Board for July 15th, 2013, closed session, now back in session. We've reviewed the preliminary findings of fact on the agenda item on the calendar for today, which is Dr. Sanjay Pandya, and have come to a conclusion on the case. I'd like to hear a motion regarding the preliminary findings of fact. Yes.
For the minutes, I'd like to have it stated that the sitting board is not the original sitting board, it's just the three of you.
Okay. The current sitting board for today is myself, Lance Morris, and Glenn Fowler.
For this item.
Right.
Item, yes.
Right. So, any other comments? Then, do I hear a motion regarding the preliminary findings of fact submitted to the board?
I move that the preliminary findings of fact for application number 2011-00487, APN 245-182-018-000 be accepted as final.
You have a second?
I'll second that.
You have a motion and a second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Hearing none, the motion carries.
Just for the record, I'll indicate that the findings report, the board finds the values as to be those as defended by the assessor at the hearing. Land, 50,000, improvements, 310,000, for a total of 360,000.
Right. Very good. There is no other agenda items to be discussed on our closed session for July 15th. Hearing none, the meeting for Assessment Appeals Board closed session July 15th, 2013 is now concluded.
See you in March.
Short meeting, huh? Yeah.